A lot of people think that kind of levity involved, but I wouldn't be interested in it if there was any irony attached to that vow of chastity. It's a very serious thing.
Sometimes I wish I was deaf.
Why?
I don't know. I think the world is just too loud.
I kind of had lost faith, and I still have very little faith in a kind of in a formal screenplay structure. It's just really boring to me. So what I did was I basically wrote a list of scenes, of images, kind of like looking at photographs. It was much more random.
Julien Donkey Boy is an abstract portrait of a schizophrenic young man and his dysfunctional family.
Dilettante. She's never gonna learn to play this harp. She's a dilettante and she's a slut.
Carl, you're a dilettante and a slut. You're never gonna learn to play the harp.
I just can't stand this any longer. Come on, I can't stand this any longer. I might accidentally step on this here.
No.
Come on, don't try to defend your sister. You just look stupid.
I'm back.
You're just stupid! You look so stupid. You look utterly and completely and irrevocably stupid.
I'm not even
You're
stupid.
so stupid. You look so stupid. If I were so stupid, I would slap my own face.
Well, I'm not even stupid. Well, I'm not even stupid like that. Well, I'm not even stupid like that.
Tell him to slap his face.
I'm not even stupid like that.
Slap his face.
No, Julian, relax. Don't pay attention to him.
No,
Julian,
no,
no.
I ain't gotta be stupid like
Julian,
that. I ain't gonna be stupid like that. I ain't gonna be stupid like that. I ain't gonna be stupid like that.
Tell him to slap his face.
I was less interested in making a kind of movie than almost like an artifact or something like just documenting some kind of action.
We spoke to actor Ewen Bremner about his experience of a Dogma movie.
I'd say it's also a Harmony Korine movie, you know, and Harmony Korine doesn't make films like anybody else. You know, so just by dint of the fact that I'm working on a Harmony Korine movie, it's going to have demands which are beyond what I'm used to. The fact that the Dogma film was like sort of icing on the cake for me.
To a certain extent, what Lars was doing in The Idiots, which for me is one of the very, very interesting things of Idiots, this sudden experience of not quite knowing what you're witness to, whether you're in a real or unreal or fictional, or you don't quite know any longer. I think Harmony was looking for those moments.
Yeah,
I'm a blackout vinyl straight from Alabama, way down south, and you know that I'm a blackout vinyl straight from Alabama, way down south, and you know that I'm a blackout vinyl straight from Alabama. Yeah, check it out.
On an artistic level, people are taking the film. Everybody's taking the film very seriously, which is good. A lot of people hate the film. Quite a lot of people, Americans, seem to be taking it quite technically. Okay, this is a Dogma film, right? Okay, yes, I know all about Dogma. Yes, that flips the Dogma, doesn't it? Generally, there's nothing in the film that really flips the Dogma. I don't think anything that there is Harmony is admitted, you know, is confessed his sins. There's a lot of ways that he got around the Dogma in very ingenious ways.
All the more interesting directors would of course go in their own direction. That is why, you know, they are interesting, but that also means that they would take a set of rules and kind of go to the limit or over.
I mean, the good thing about them was they were written obtusely enough that they left room to basically do anything that you would want to do in a film. You know, they weren't so restricting that I couldn't do what I wanted to do. It's just I had to go about it in another way. A lot of people misinterpreted that for some kind of sinning again or breaking the rules, and which was a really boring argument for me, because ultimately you want people to watch the film for the film.
No, but if you actually stick a label right on the front of the film and say this is certificated and this is made according to the rules, and you know, here's the dog's ass, and as soon as someone actually does accept a label, it's not just any label, you know, it's now world famous, you know, it's a brand name, I mean it's Nike, then you're asking for it to be talked about in very, very specific terms.
There's of course one thing which is definitely not a Dogma thing, which is that she was not pregnant.
Yeah, I believe he said he tried very hard to impregnate Chloë Sévigny, but
I wouldn't call it a sin because I tried, so it was just me shooting blanks.
To me, that was a very beautiful explanation. And what I found interesting with Harmony's film is that, to me, it's a very aesthetic film. It's very obsessed with its own aesthetics. you have a digital camera in your hand, and there's a lot of things you can do, and you can kind of make stop motion, and we kind of agreed on that because it happens in the very moment, and it's a part of the set, so it follows the rules. But to me, it suddenly becomes untrue to the basic idea of Dogma.
Surely what's significant is that Korine and the Dogma Brotherhood recognized kindred spirits in each other and symbolically joined hands across the Atlantic. But cynical critics insisted that Korine was using Dogma as a marketing ploy, a way of flogging his otherwise unmarketable product by linking it to the latest craze.
It didn't really help the box office sales, so it's not like, I mean, that accusation has no bearing. And I mean, in America, the idea of, you know, of making a Dogma movie for the money, it's like, if anything, it would hinder. I don't even think that making a Dogma film is necessarily cheaper than doing it regular. It probably would have cost me less money to do it a different way.
Currently, there are Dogma films planned in Denmark, Spain, Brazil, Italy, England, Korea, and just